Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to see how to use background masks in a design. We're going to be quite simple, and hopefully this will be a quite quick tutorial. But if that's something that might be of interest to you, just hit that like button and let's jump right in. So again, as we usually do, let's just start this off by seeing what's the desired outcome that we can have. So here you can see we have a background mask in operation. So you can see it's got a gradient over it, it's got the chevron lines here, and it's just giving a different feel to your design. Now this can be done in a couple of ways. This is one way. An alternative way is that we can actually have the chevron lines pointing down, and another way is we can just have lines coming across so that it gives it a bit more of a dynamic feel to it. All right, so let's see how we can create these. All right, so we'll start off by jumping into the backend, and creating a new page. So once that is done, we just call this background masks demo. Again, we want to use the Divi builder. Okay, so to start things off here, we are going to add size and spacing to the existing section in the builder. We're then going to hold off adding a row or any other content so we can just concentrate on the background design of the section. So to do so, we want to open up the section settings, and under the design tab, we want to update the size. And the size we want to make here is 50 VW. Once we've done that, we also want to do the padding and just make that 0, top and bottom. Now I know using a VW length unit for height might seem strange since it's a VW, the viewer width. However, since we're going to be using the VW length unit to size our background elements, this will make sure the design scales fluidly on different browser widths. Okay, so once we have all that done, we can go ahead and create the background gradient. So if we jump into the background and do gradient, we want to do this, if we want to do it the same as the demo that we did here, we're going to use 3 different colors for this gradient. So if we add a gradient over here, the first color that we want is the purplish kind of color, and we want to start that here at about 20%. Okay, the next color that we want to get would be like the reddish kind of color, and we'll do that here at about 60%. And we want to add that color in there too. Okay, and then the final color will be that yellowish kind of color, and that'll be right at the end. We just add him in. Okay, so it's very bold looking colors right now, but once we start adding in the masks, you can see that it starts to pop a little bit better. So let's go add in that mask. And so under background, we click on masks and we add a background mask. Now the default one they always give us is this layer of blob, which in itself is quite a cool one that you can use in many designs. But for this tutorial, we want to use the chevrons. So just click on the chevrons. We want to make sure the mask color is black, and we want to invert it. The aspect ratio, let's make it a square. Okay, so once all of that is done, we can modify the masking shape further by using section dividers. In this example, we're going to add a half circle section divider to the top and the bottom, and this will squeeze the background mask to look a little bit more like a fancy arrow kind of design. So to do this, let's jump into the design and we go to dividers. Now first we want to put in a top divider, and in this case we want to make it this roundish one, and we want to make it black. And then the height we want to make 10 VW. Okay, and there it pushes it in. Now for the bottom one, we just click over there, and we want to do the same style also the half moon, but we do 10 VW. But we want to flip it, so I think it's vertically flip, yes. And we want to make sure that's also black. And then there it gives us the arrow design. Right, so it looks quite cool, right? Okay, so now I want to start tweaking a couple of the background options in order to put up the other ones that we have. Okay, so that's just the first one. We still want to do the others over here. So what we do now is we're going to rotate the existing mask and replace the half circle sections with dividers with triangles. To do this, we open up the existing section settings. We click the background mask and update the following. So what we'll do is we'll change the flip vertical here. We'll take off the invert and we'll also rotate it 90 degrees. Okay, so once all that is done, and, okay, I can also change it to that one there, and then we have to go change our dividers. Okay, so the first top divider, we would obviously want to make this a triangle, so the top one over here, and we want to change that to 13 VW instead of 10. And then for the bottom one, we want to change that one also to the triangle, but we will want to flip it the other way. Okay, so that'll be the second one that we have, but I see like one thing we probably need to change is our background mask. Gradient. We want to change this to 90 degrees so that we can have the gradient running across rather than from the top to bottom, so we can actually see all the different gradients. Okay, so that is number 2. There is this one over here. And then for number 3, we also want to change our gradient mask. We no longer want to use the chevrons, but we want to use the diagonal bars. 2. Then we want to come and say, turn these off and say only we want horizontal flip. And the square for the aspect ratio. Okay. And for our dividers, we change this one to change it to this one. Actually, we want the other one just below it. That one. And we'll probably want to flip this one horizontally so that it comes around like that. And then for the bottom one, we don't want any style. Just take it out. There we go. And it takes up the whole thing. Okay, so I want to go back to the first one. So if I click on that one, click on chevrons, got this one. I was trying to remember everything we did. I think it was this one. No, it's not this one. Okay, I think the easiest way is just to start from scratch. I really can't remember everything we did. But design, go change this one to the circle. Okay, 13. Okay, I think the easiest is dividers, content, background mask. Let's just start this over. Take out the divider at the top. None. Okay, so we start from scratch. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to add in the chevrons. There we go. Make sure that this one's still black. We want to make this inverted. That was the big difference. Okay, and we want to make it a square. Alright, so the reason why I wanted to come back here to do this, maybe we don't add in the other one yet, let's just leave it like this, is because I want to come and add in a background image to show you how that works again. So if we come in here and we just look for whatever image we want, let's just take this one over here and we upload that image. So it puts it inside there quite nicely, but we've lost our background. What can we do about that? Well, background image blend, we just go and set this to multiply, and then that should look pretty cool. Alright, so we have that in there. Now if we want to put in, remember, if we want to put in, make it a bit of an arrow, we just come and put our top arrow, top divider, and look for the round one, and we want to invert that. Okay, so then that comes around that way. And then for the bottom, we want to do the same thing. We also want that one, and we want to flip it vertically, and then there we go. Alright, so it still gives us that same effect that we can have. And that is then how easy it is to make use of background masks, just to use for like hero designs or call to actions or anything like that, where you just want to make something stand out a little bit different. I hope this tutorial will be useful for you, and if it is, or if it has been, please do hit that like button and let me know in the comments by sharing the design that you used it in, and we can all learn from each other. I'll be posting more Divi tutorials as I learn more about Divi, so please do hit that subscribe button to ensure you will not lose out. And your feedback is valuable, so do leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.